Previously on Chosen Ones. The Sparks continue Peter's final with the Astral Golem. Tide is approaching next and passing out after appearing to have been choked. Theo goes after him, the golem turning into a strange creature that taunts him about his fate. Essen steps up next, the golem turning into a being made of red butterflies that swarms her. Her eyes glow white, and she kills them, ending her final. Brandy is the last to go, a horrifying manifestation attacking him and appearing to almost cut off his head. Peter steps in to stop the training, the golem turning into one last final horror before the Soulfolk destroys it, the Abigrim. A break is called before Libris's final, and Arthur comes to apologize to the group for what they just experienced. Brandy goes off on his own and runs into Atholl, who appears to try to convince both herself and him that he can be better than the monster in the mirror.
Break me down, we keep fracturing, so you forget your place and never find grace. Fly me away before the cells are paid, so we will lose our wings within the storm. Breathe me, take what's left of me. I lose my mind to fate, I cannot disgrace. Heart beating hard, erase your belief. I will destroy what's left and run away. Keep with the tune, I need the shadow in this sea. Come to the page, the curtains rising soon.
Brandy comes back to the cabin.
Theo's still crying on his bed, I guess.
Hey, y'all. Are you all, alright?
Avayath gestures to Theo.
Oh, shit. I'll, go over to Theo and it's like, hey. You okay, partner?
Don't ask me. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I told you I'm fine.
He'll just hug him again.
He will hug back and pat his back.
You guys continue to wait out the next couple hours up until about 9 p.m. It starts to get a little bit darker, and eventually you hear kind of like a knock on your door.
Avayath is the one to open the door as usual. Hello there.
Hey guys, we're gonna do Libris's training real fast.
Sure thing. I'll pack my things. He only has one thing to pack.
His armor.
I'll put on my armor.
He already has it on.
I took it off for the break, and now I'm putting it back. Okay, yeah. But yeah, Wynn's just like, this shouldn't take too long.
Sure thing. We'll meet you out in a sec.
Okay, we're meeting at the pond.
Gotcha.
And he walks out.
My pond? That's Shui's pond. I discovered it.
You discovered
It was
it.
made
This
for
clearly manufactured, man-made pond.
Shui made it.
Reluctantly, Theo will get ready to get up and go. I know it's been 8 hours, but
Brandy pats Theo on the back. He's like, really, it's fine. It's all good. If you need to talk, like I said, I'm here.
Theo just kind of looks at him and puts his own hand on Brandy's arm in comfort to him attempt. And gives a meaningful nod.
Same to any of y'all. Offers extended. Y'all need a shoulder to cry on, I guess. I'm more than willing to listen.
Offer is greatly appreciated. Everyone needs help once in a while.
Yeah.
So, as they make their way there, Theo probably, I don't know, he's being clingy. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's embarrassing.
He looks slightly embarrassed, but also understanding, given the circumstances.
To Avayath, Shui's gonna be like, I think they do like each other.
After 8 hours of cuddling.
Yeah.
I think they do.
I think they do.
So, Libris gathers you all at the pond as the sun has started to set, and the sky appears to be quite cloudy this evening, and she's looking towards you all with a tight smile.
now that we all have settled down after that, I apologize for not being able to wait, but given curfews and circumstances, tonight is the best night to do this, the night before a full moon, so we're able to still see it despite not being able to go to a larger body of water. So this is going to be a lot more difficult than I first intended, but we're going to give it a good try. Absolutely no one should feel bad if this fails. Going through the motions and giving it a good shot is all I ask.
I'm up for anything, and even if it fails, we'll learn from the experience. Failure is the path to victory.
That's the attitude I was hoping for from you, Avayath.
Here's a thumbs up.
Anyways, so yes, this is the largest body of water within the walls, so it'll have to do. And she kind of looks towards the pond and still tightly smiling, before she looks up towards the sky and frowns as she sees the clouds seem to cover it, and she deflates a little bit and she's like, well, that's not going to work. And you see her kind of take a deep breath, looking towards the sky, wringing her hands a bit as she mutters something before the clouds appear to slowly inch away from the moon. And she's like, well, perfect, look at that. Okay, let's get started before it gets any later, yes? We have less than an hour before curfew. Who wants to go first? Just a reminder for the motions. We approach a body of water is the first step. The second step is we have to have visible moonlight. The largest body of water available is always better, so the ocean is usually where we try to go, but ponds, again, if it fails, it fails. And she looks towards the sky and she's like, and the third is to whisper a secret towards the moon. So, let's start. And for sake of ease, we'll say Riddle goes up and kind of whispers
Always
towards the
taking
sky.
initiative, buddy. Hell yeah. Look at you go, you funky cat.
So he steps forward, he tries to whisper a secret towards the sky, and looks a little bit disappointed as absolutely nothing happens. And Libris is just like, it's perfectly fine, like I said. Not only does this usually take practice, but we normally have more, a better... And she's still gesturing towards the pond, like she's so disappointed that this is her final, and is trying to remain positive, but she's just like, we just usually have more than just a little splash. Anyway, let's move on to the next person. And after that, Titus steps forward, also looking very nervous, and he whispers up towards the sky, and again, nothing happens. And he looks disappointed. He pauses a moment, and he tries again, and again, nothing happens, and looks towards Libris, and she's like, you went through the motions. Good job! Gives him 2 thumbs up with a tight smile still in place. Okay, next. And Draga steps forward, shuffling a little bit as she goes up to say her secret. And she nat 20. Good job, Draga.
Good job, Draga. Summon God.
So yeah, she whispers her secret up towards the sky, and as she does so, you see that same like bolt go across the sky as a that looks kind of like a shooting star before it reroutes itself and comes forward and adjusts in front of the pond. And you see now they're floating above you all, kind of cocking his head and looking at you.
You're doing finals right now.
And you see Libris smile and nod at him.
Okay, well, I'll be on standby then.
And he vanishes. And Drago looks like, like very excited that it worked, clapping a little bit, and looks towards Riddle, who also is giving her a little clap as she comes up to him. And she's like, look, I did it! I was the first one! I did it first!
Good job, Draga.
Thank you! She bows to you.
Hell Claytor.
Later.
Oh my god.
This friendship between those two is really getting to me. It's based in religion, but I appreciate
Yeah.
Base it purely in their following of the same god, not even in the same way. One likes rocks and one believes in heroism or whatever the fuck.
And after that, Essence walks up and she whispers something towards the sky, and nothing happens. And she looks disappointed, but not shocked. And she looks over towards Libris, and she's like, it didn't work. And Libris is like, again, hard circumstances. Good try, though, Essence. Yeah. And she backs away.
We'll say that this is while everybody else is doing their bullshit, and they're all hanging. Nice night out, huh?
It is.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
The beautiful moon glimmering, and there's no clouds blocking the sky.
Yeah. It's weird to think that we've been here for like a month or so now.
It really is. I usually don't stay in one place for a month.
Oh,
Yeah, me neither.
I guess time flew by for me.
Yeah, kind of flew by for me as well. Didn't really realize how far we'd already come, I guess.
Well, it felt like an eternity for me.
Oh,
I'm sure being tied down ain't doesn't seem like it's your forte, huh?
It's really not anymore at least.
I've appreciated being gone from home. I mean, you know, considering certain things, you know, but for the most part, I mean, I've had a lot of fun with you guys.
Yeah, I'd say I'm despite everything that's gone on, I'd say I appreciate the getting to know you and Shui and getting to spend time with all y'all, being roommates and whatnot. Yeah, I'd say I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. You could finally sleep on a nice bed.
And mind the barn.
I did. Like, if they had let me, I would have taken you into the house.
You don't have to worry about that.
After getting to know you all, it would be a bit of a shame to part ways once this is over. Would you all be interested in being adventuring pals with me?
You're serious?
I don't know why that got me. I didn't think that was I didn't think that was Theo's laugh. I thought it was Shane.
No, it was Theo. It was half me, but also mostly Theo.
Avayath will say, I used to do adventuring with my friend Rue all the time, but we've parted ways for now, so I could use someone else to keep me company.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't want to slow you down.
Nonsense. You're all great at combat.
I mean, kind of like looks down to Theo. Like, I personally wouldn't mind going out, and it's kind of in line with what I've been sporting this whole time, wanting to go out and do some good in the world. I think you could do so too, a lot more than I could.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, of course. It sounds like a lot of fun. I admit, living back home on the farm, boring, to say the least. Not that I don't love them, but, you know.
Well, sounds like you haven't quite made up your mind on this, but when you do, feel free to let me know.
Right, I mean, it does sound like fun, but I'll let you know. Thank you for asking me.
I'll go.
Great! Love to hear that.
My parents were a part of an adventuring group too.
Were they now?
He nods excitedly. He's like, yeah.
Well, I guess there's a chance we might meet them along the way then.
Bias!
Oh wait, are they dead?
Who knows?
I forgot.
I mean, they don't know.
Oh.
We don't know.
You just watched his training.
It's fine.
He just saw them walk away from him.
Well, you didn't see that part, actually. You didn't see any of the people walking away. You just saw Shui shouting, Mom, Dad.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that doesn't say death at all. It just says
No, it's
not
fine.
there.
They're probably fine. Don't worry about it.
I
doesn't
guess
know.
if I will still say that.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know. It's fine.
Exactly.
Shui kind of flinches a little bit, and he's like, well, no one's seen anyone from that group in a long time.
I see.
Oh, they're dead.
I'm sorry to hear that, but maybe we'll come across some other fun things along the way then.
I believe they're alive, he says, but he kind of bites his lip. He looks at his sword, and he's like, the goddess, the bitch, no, the goddess who gave me Beastblade said they might be, and then he kind of stops. they might be dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't mean to bring up a sore topic.
Well, I would say that just because they're missing doesn't mean the worst.
And didn't you say that you were tricked by who gave you that sword? Maybe,
I wouldn't put too much faith in what she told you. I'd say seek out what your heart tells you. If you want to seek them out, then seek them out.
Well put.
Shui was shaking his head at something Avayath said. I can't remember the words. And he's just like, I want to see if that's true with my own eyes.
And during all that, Libris kind of looks over towards your group and is like, hey, stop chatting. It's one of you have to go. The others have already gone.
I already went, Cassie. Cassie already said a secret!
Well, you gotta say another one, bitch.
I mean, as long as no one else heard it, it'll still work.
I don't think he would say the same one again.
Avayath will be like, I'll go next.
Go for it.
Pats Avayath on the back.
He confidently walks towards the pond, but they have to go in the pond, right?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay. Then he'll be fine. Because if he had to go in the water, he would drown instantly.
It's a little pond. It's only a few feet deep, Avayath.
His armor's really heavy.
He just sinks into the mud and fucking drowns. Oh no, I'm sinking. I knew this would.
I would have signed up earlier, but I'm literally like, is there anything that Avayath just doesn't blurt out to people? Like, I can't think of a secret. I thought of something. He doesn't have any really big secrets, but I guess technically he has one. The thing is also, we already established that Avayath can't whisper. So, like...
So this secret's about to be useless.
It's not about to be a secret for long.
Yeah.
Oh.
He attempts to whisper, but everyone can hear him say, I'm not really that confident. I was freaked out by the jabber earlier.
Roll an Arcana check for me. Or sorry, religion.
Rolling the dice. There we go, 15.
Okay, there is a little bit of a hesitation. You don't see a shooting star this time, but instead just above the pond you see poof, a Nather appear, kind of cocking his head a little bit.
You won't be able to use that one again.
Who was eavesdropping on me? Oh, you silly pranksters.
And he'll say, good enough for me. And he walks back, happy with his result.
Yeah, you see Nather and Libris both looking at each other and, like, chuckling with each other before he vanishes again. Okay, who's next? Anyone?
Shui will volunteer to go.
I'm detecting a pattern in our order.
Yeah. Do you think?
Either Shui goes first or Avayath goes first. Brandy always goes last.
Brandy doesn't always go last. Brandy went first during the first Peter training.
Did he?
Sure did. Yep.
Because that was based on wisdom checks. But yeah. Going up, Shui.
Shui goes up. And he's just like, And he kind of like whispers to the pond. Oh my god, I used my secret. I could use it again, but Shui wouldn't.
That's what he's whispering. Oh my god, I used my secret. Can you give me a freebie so I look cool in front of Peter?
He says, if I'm being honest, I don't understand most of what Master Atholl says.
There's a very, very long pause before you don't even have to roll. Nather appears in front of you and it's just like,
I hate to break it to you, but that wasn't a secret.
She's like, hands is in the stairs, like, ah! wait, no, let me try again.
Libris is like, no, we were just doing one test. Pick something a little more interesting next time, Shui.
She kind of pouts a little bit, and then he runs back to the group, and he's like, I messed up this time.
You're fine, bud.
Moving on to the next one. Do I have to start calling names?
Do you want to go or do you want me to go, bud?
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
I can go. Brandy will walk up.
Well, he whispering.
I know who that jabber used to be.
Roll a religion check.
12.
Long pause. Nothing happens.
Shrugs. And walks on. Didn't work.
Good try.
Bitch, now we have to sit on this? And we can't do anything about it.
Could roll a perception check.
Yeah, it was spicy. No, can't do that.
Yeah, nothing happened.
You're up, partner.
Theo's sweating. Legit, I think because of how some things went down, the secret that I had for Theo, I no longer have, I don't think. So I'm actually at a loss.
He can just try something. If it's not an actual secret, it'll just fail. Brandy's just sitting here like, you have no secrets? That's so mean.
I can give you one of my secrets.
I guess he has one. It's just kind of an upsetting one.
Just be like, I think I like Brandy.
Literally, I was like, this is a wholesome one, and I did consider doing that because I was like, it's him saying it out loud. But I'm like, oh god, it's too early for that, but everybody's hitting it anyway. Maybe I will.
Yeah, I mean, Avayath and Shui are already onto them. Like, go for it.
Yeah, alright. I'll go with this one because it's nicer. God, now I have to say it in Theo's voice. Ooh, now I have to say it out loud.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he looks back at the group, because he's, like, racking his brain for a secret. And then he, like, looks like he has, like, a light bulb go off, and he's like, oh. And he turns around, and then instantly he freezes. Deer in headlights.
Wait, where is he looking when he does deer in headlights?
To the pond. Because he was like, oh, I have it. And then he's like...
Now I gotta say it out loud.
Yeah.
If he was looking at Brandy, then Avayath would do a perception check, but he's not, so Avayath doesn't suspect anything.
He did look. He looked at Brandy, realized something, and then he turned around quickly to say...
Okay, I'm gonna have Avayath do a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that. As Theo's like, I think, I have feelings for Brandy.
Roll a religion check.
Okay. +2, 9, 10, 11.
Nothing happens. Avayath, were you perceiving that?
Yep.
What'd you get?
Avayath got a 21 to perception.
Okay, roll stealth. Almost said Shui. Go, Theo.
21?
Damn! Shit, we both got 21.
He can
He
hear
said
it,
it
it's
really
fine.
quickly, too.
He can hear it, it's fine. It met it. You hear it, like, on the wind.
There is a very, very long pause before Nather appears and looks towards you, Theo, with a cocked head. Looks very humorous, and it's just like,
Not a secret anymore. Didn't summon me either, but just wanted to let you know that.
What a dick.
Oh god, Theo's whole head is absolutely on fire. And he's like, he gives like a strained, awkward, toothy smile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
grimace face, but like trying to smile.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's great. Thanks.
you see him kind of sigh a little bit and look towards Libris and shake his head.
Ah, young love.
And then he vanishes.
You know, I want to roll for Theo fainting because this is too much. 6. That's a con save.
Theo faints.
Brandy
no.
will fucking rush over to catch him.
Roll because you're kind of farther away. Roll athletics.
Rough 5. If he doesn't feel like he's gonna get there in time, can Theo make a Constitution save?
Yep. 14.
Perfect. Thank you for failing. Brandy's gonna cast Puppet and move Theo up to his movement speed towards Brandy so that he can catch him.
Oh my god. Yeah, you can catch him with
like
that.
the strings?
It's not strings, but I guess it would be invisible strings.
You see him start to fall, and then it looks like he's rapidly just like towards Brandy.
Whoa, nice catch.
Yeah. Hey, bud.
Libris has her eyebrows raised and is like, nice fall, in confusion.
Hey, Theo. Hey.
He looks like he's a deer in headlights again with his face all red.
He wakes up in Brandy's arms and he fucking faints again.
Literally, I considered that, but I was like, it's too much.
You're right there, partner.
He just stares at Brandy for a minute.
She's like, what did you say? Oh, wait, no, wait, I'm not supposed to ask that.
Theo slowly turns his face to look away.
Brandy will help him up.
What is Yaya's expression?
You can't see it under his helmet.
I understand.
Yeah, Avayath is grinning.
Is he see?
Little
He
shit
finds
lord.
this hilarious.
You see it. Oh god, that's so creepy to imagine just a set of teeth through the armor.
Oh god, no!
I imagined, like those edits, like the JoJo edits with like the real teeth, like the real mouth.
Oh god.
That, but like,
Please edit that underneath Avayath's armor.
Okay, well, after being helped to his feet, Theo will shakily, clasp his hands together. He's still very embarrassed, and he's, looking at the ground, shyly. And he's, also who heard? Who heard it?
Who heard?
He's very scared.
Yeah, you see Libris give all of you kind of a chuckle and a smile, and it's just like, well, at least that wasn't anything too exciting. I think we've had enough excitement for one day. Me and the other mentors will reconvene, talk about everything that's happened today, and we will decide who will be training all of you. I think it's going to take more than the one day that we were going to do before. But you all have, let's say, and she kind of glances over to everyone, is 3 days enough time for you all? And they seem to think this over for a little bit, and Peter speaks up and says, a week, let's take a week. And she's like, okay, that's fine. We'll take another week then, to talk about all this, and you all have just some time to decompress. If you have any questions or concerns or anything else, you are free to come talk to us.
Gives a nod.
Wonderful. And she looks towards Atholl, and she's like, Atholl, did you want to do your little group meeting thing right now? And she shakes her head no, and she's like, we can do it later in the week. This has been a long day. They don't need that right now. And Libris is like, okay, that's fine. We'll do it later then. Not tomorrow, though. And Atholl nods, and Libris smiles. Okay, let's all go back to our cabins then. Curfew is, almost right now. So, good night. And she, claps her hands a little bit. Good night, everyone. And she just starts to run back to her cabin. Curfew!
She seems like she's in a rush.
And Atholl speaks up, and she's like, Libris is a little bit more on the religious side, and tomorrow's a full moon, which is important to her.
I want to roll an insight check to see if that's really the reason.
Okay, go for it.
I don't have a great insight, but there's no way. It's a fucking 8.
She seems truthful.
That's fine.
But yes, it is curfew time. Why don't you all go to sleep? It's been a very, very long day.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad idea.
We'll reconvene in 7 days to tell you who your mentors are. And as Libris said, we are always all here. And Arthur speaks up, yes, we're all here. All of us. All here.
Including me. Please talk to me.
Okay, Theo fidgets a while, and he'll look up at Brandy. He's like, by any chance you, it's okay, probably an accident. You didn't hear my secret, did you, Brandy?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
What was that bit, though? Nather mentioned something.
He seems like a joker, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you could say that.
Go back now, I guess.
As you guys start to move away, Peter actually speaks up and is just like, "It's also been 7 days for us, so those in front of my cabin, please meet me."
All right.
I just want to go to sleep.
So you all go meet Peter in his cabin, and he looks you all over, already has his little plague mask in place, and he's like, "You know the motions at this point." So he does a quick check on Avayath. Nothing seems to happen. Does a quick check on Shui. Nothing seems to happen. Does a quick check on Theo. Nothing seems to happen. And does a check on Brandy. And it flickers this time, but it still comes up green. And he takes his mask off at that and frowns. And he's like, "You've been drinking the liquor, right?"
Yeah.
Okay. Strange. It's usually cleared up by now.
That's uncertain.
Kind of like taps it on his leg a little bit and tries again. And again, it comes back, flickers again, but just comes up green again.
I mean, this is for that black mall stuff, right?
Correct.
When I was in Arthur's chamber, it has some of it in a tube, and it seemed particularly interested in me, if that means anything.
I wish I knew. I don't know much about it. We all don't.
Well, that might explain it if I'm coming up clear, but don't have any clear signs.
This is meant to indicate even the smallest trace, which is what you're coming at, just a small, almost undetectable trace.
Gotcha.
Just keep up the dosage, and we don't want to resort to going back to the brandy. It is nasty stuff, and he grimaces at that.
Right. Gotcha.
Well, I will see you all then tomorrow. Or, not tomorrow. I will see you all then in a week, unless you have something to talk with me during that time.
Gotcha.
Gives you all a nod.
Good night, Master Peter.
Good night, Shui.
So cute. I love Shui.
Who is the last one to leave?
Brandy will be.
Okay. He just speaks up to you. He's like, "Can you close the door on their way out?"
Sure.
Okay, you can roll a perception check as you close the door.
I have a bad perception, but I'll do it anyway. 15.
15. Okay, yeah. As you are closing the door, you notice him kind of starting to take out a bottle of that brandy that he's given you before and take the lid off as you close the door.
Interesting. Gotcha.
I'm Peter and I have an addiction.
My name's Peter. I have an addiction. Yeah. Sure looks like it. Interesting. Okay. I won't do anything with that information.
Okay.
I will close the door.
Gotcha.
Get ready for bed.
Get ready for Betty.
Pretty big roller coaster of emotions today.
Yep.
Thea's like, "I started off horny and I ended horny. Here's how it goes."
And this is how I die.
Literally though, he's so embarrassed. He's he's trying to get ready for bed, and every few minutes he just takes a second to just stare off into the distance, I'm such a fucking idiot. Why did I use that secret? Somebody knows it now. And his his face goes really red, and then he takes a breather, and then he continues getting ready for bed.
I wonder who knows the secret.
Theo wonders that too.
It's gonna haunt him forever.
He's like, "God, who heard? Are they gonna tell him?"
Avayath
sitting in his bed.
Avayath is the worst person to know the secret.
Oh no, you're right. Oh no. So Theo eventually finally gets ready for bed, and he's like, he looks around at everyone, you know, I imagine they usually say their goodnights, but Theo's too embarrassed this time.
Shui pets Pearl under pillow.
Pearl under pillow. Oh. Okay. So you guys go to bed, and now Brandy has something he wants to do.
Brandy will like peek over the bed and be like, "Hey, you up?
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you for today. I may not have been receiving, I guess, but I did really appreciate the comfort in you. You did. I'm sorry I scared you.
No, it wasn't you. You're okay. I'm glad I helped.
And about earlier when Avayath mentioned going exploring and everything, I don't want it to seem like I wanted to jump the gun or anything, but if it's not something you want to do, then let me know, because I don't plan on leaving your side anytime soon. I wouldn't want to go somewhere that you weren't.
Theo is just kind of wide-eyed, probably. Face darkens in the darkness, and he's like, his face probably breaks into a bit of a smile, and he's like, I'm relieved for that. Glad that you even still want to be where I am, considering where I've brought you hasn't been all that pleasant.
I've been through a lot more unpleasant, and to be honest, hanging out with everyone, and especially with you, makes it a lot more tolerable. I wouldn't change it.
Theo kind of tears up a little, and he's like, Brandy, I didn't. I guess I didn't. I don't know if I communicated it to you well, but when I first met you, I sort of made like a promise to myself that you would have a better life, and even with you saying you've gone through worse, I don't want you to continue going through terrible things, you know. I promised myself that I would keep you in a good place.
Well, trust me when I say I am in a much better place than I've ever been. And that's because of you and your help. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't want to keep you up or wake you or anything. I just...
That's fine.
It was on my mind. And...
Yeah, a lot of things happened today. It's a little hard to sleep anyway.
Yeah, well, good night then.
He kinda hesitates for a minute.
Darling.
And he'll go back to his bunk.
That's adorable. Theo has like a silly smile on his face, like that slowly grows. And then he kind of lays down and then he goes to sleep.
I'm in a weird mood today, so that whole combo was like, What do you mean? Like, it made me emotional. With the music in the background.
I had one thing I wanted Avayath to do.
Oh no.
Oh no!
He turns
You
over.
two should kiss.
Yeah.
And he just and he like goes, Claytor, so handsome.
Their fucking hearts stop. Is he awake too?
Theo has his dopey smile that grows on his face, and he goes to sleep, and then Avayath does that, and he like instant like pang of fear. But anyway, goes to sleep. That's fucking funny.
The next morning comes, and there is another note that has been slipped under the door.
What's note say?
Avayath will bang his head on the door as he tries to bang down. Bend down for the note.
Bang down.
He bangs his head down to the door, and then he scoots it back and then picks it up.
Opening it, it is a note. It seems like it was written from Arthur. It talks about, he says that he finally convinced Atholl to talk to everyone about the moss. He is aware that your cabin was already informed about it, so you aren't required to come to the meeting. If you would like to, you can, though, at the library.
He's gonna blurt out exactly what he sees. Atholl's going to hold a meeting about the moss, and about our encounter with it, but we are not required because Atholl already talked to us about it.
Well, Peter talked to you about it.
Peter talked to us about it. My memory failed me.
I guess, I mean, what do you guys want to do?
Since we're witnesses, I think it would be good for at least one of us to come. I plan to go.
I mean, if there's any chance that there's more information we might get out of it that Atholl would be willing to share, then it might be worth going to.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. She was like, no thoughts, head empty. I didn't want to go.
Oh no, she will go. Sorry. She was like, "You're gonna get a mood, Theo." No. No. Yeah, she was just like, "I'll come too."
Great. Then we'll all be up to date, and I'll get up to date information.
I'm here crying out for you, so you'll find me at last and wipe away our past. Even now, falling towards something beyond this new script. The show starts with us.